the age of Aries, having fire as its main element. It's interesting how it influenced mankind, even as we are now entering the age of Aquarius. But if today's pop culture had its own jam, its own playlist or mixtape, if the magnitude of the year 2020 and certainly the years to follow it could be measured in messiness, it would be the age of Aries. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. And this is just my philosophical point of view, my broad generalization, because my videos are short. And today I want to talk about a couple of YouTubers who I had been watching for years and years. Their names are Damon and Joe, and they had a YouTube channel. You can still go back and look at their videos, and their YouTube channel is called Damon and Joe, and they taught French, they traveled, they were funny. They're millennials, they're in their 20s, and they came into my purview because Damon, who is a white guy who happens to be gay, he was my French tutor. I was taking French classes in Times Square when I lived in New York City. I've been trying to become fluent in French for years and years. And so yeah, I've taught myself French. I've taken French classes on and off for years. I've listened to tapes. I mean, French is probably my greatest passion in life, but I digress. So I'm in Times Square. I missed a class, and so I'm being tutored at a coffee shop. I think it was Coffee Bean, by this willowy white guy, and I thought he was kind of cute. And so after the lesson, we were both going in the same direction. So he decided to walk with me, which I thought was really nice. He could have just ditched me. You know, I'm just this random girl. But he was a very nice person because he didn't ditch me. He walked with me. We actually got on the subway together. I think he was going up to Harlem and I was getting off before Harlem on the Upper West Side. And so I'm just, you know, going about my business. I returned to my French classes in Times Square. My French teacher, she suggests that we watch Damon and Joe because they had these very short videos where they would teach on certain aspects of French. And so I go to the channel and I'm like, oh my God, I know him. And these fools have over 1 million subscriptions. And I'm like, I told all of my classmates, this fool just tutored me. And I just thought it was really wild. So that's how I became aware of Damon and Joe. And Joe's from Brazil, and they were just like two peas in a pod. You know, it was like catching lightning in a bottle. They bounced off of each other. They played off of each other very, very well. They were very close friends. There was nothing romantic going on, but you could tell that they really cared about each other. And they had something very special. And I think some of the cracks began to show, at least I saw some red flags, was when Joe was in Brazil, Damon was there. She was visiting family. Her mom was there, cousins, and I think, you know, 1 or 2 of her brothers and sisters. And I think this was about 3 or 4 years ago, she was actually shot. And I'm telling you this because she was saying that the fact that she was shot made her realize that she had been going about the trip in a wrong way. And I'm paraphrasing, she didn't have the best attitude. She said something about she had almost lost her best friend, and I assumed she was talking about Damon. She'd almost lost her best friend because she didn't want to share her blanket with him. And so I thought, oh wow, you guys have little spats. You know, you guys kind of bicker. Maybe you guys need a break from each other. So Fast forward to last year, or maybe a year and a half ago, Joe started her own channel. And she had this random guy, she was calling her boyfriend, in the videos. And I immediately thought, okay, that's not a good idea. Because this random guy who nobody knows just gets to piggyback off of Joe, and the immediate following of subscriptions that she had already built in, because people who were watching the over 1 million subscriptions, those people who were watching her on Damon and Joe, a lot of them just followed her over to her own channel. And so here this fool comes that she's picked up somewhere, and he just gets to be in her videos. And I just didn't think it was a good look for her. I didn't trust him. I didn't get a good vibe from him. And I didn't think the relationship was going to last. And so I'm wondering, okay, is she still friends with Damon? And Damon and Joe did make a video of, where they're headed next, but it really didn't address, some of the things that were going on. Like, they really weren't going to be making videos together. So then fast forward maybe 6 months after that, Damon moves to Paris. He is fluent in French. They both are fluent in, I believe, well, she's from Brazil, so she grew up speaking Portuguese. And I think they speak Spanish, German, French. I think they dabble in Russian a little, but, they love languages. And that's another reason why I was huge fans of theirs, because I love languages as well. And so Damon gets his own channel. We still don't understand, and we're not told why they are basically broken up. And Damon's channel does very, very well. His solo channel does 3 times as well as Joe's channel. They're doing very different things, and they have very different styles. And so I'm a fan of Damon's channel as well as Joe's. And I know that along the way, they would tell us that they were trying to get a show, and they would pitch ideas, and none of it ever came to fruition, which I never understood, because the two of them have something. They have something that people would watch, that they have something together that people would fall in love with. So I'm going to fast forward again to the breakup, and this is where it gets messy. So a week ago, I think, 10 days ago, somewhere around there, Damon puts out a video spilling all the tea. He tells us from his perspective why they are no longer friends. Why we don't see them together anymore. And he says it's because, long story short, Joe got a show on Netflix. You can watch it. It's a travel show. I just watched the trailer. It looks fun. And if you're into traveling, if you like staying in hotels and staying away from home, you'll enjoy it. I'm going to check it out because I'm into all those things. And he's very hurt. He's angry at the fact that she's got this Netflix show that they both were up for. But what was strange was they wanted Joe, but they didn't want Damon. And I don't understand that. I think the show could have just been the two of them. They could have gotten rid of these other 2 random people who were on the show who I've never seen, don't know, and just had Damon and Joe do it. And I think it would have probably been a major hit. It still may be a hit. I don't know. The show is new. But the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I wanted to talk about friendship. And what would you do? Joe made a video before Damon made his video putting her on blast that she bought a house in cash in Connecticut, where she's housing her mother now. So she bought the house and she moved her mother in. And it's great for her to have a home base because she does travel. So Damon and Joe, Damon said, you know, he's hurt because he was going to be Damon and Joe for life. And he thought they were a team. And I was like, well, you know, did you plan that you guys were going to be like Abbott and Costello? Were you going to be Laurel and Hardy? You know, were you always going to do this together? Or were you going to seek out other things? Did you have anything in writing? Did you have these discussions? I think Joe was offered something. It was an opportunity for her to make money, because I think she took that Netflix check and purchased that house. And now she has something stable in America. Damon is out here freewheeling it in France, living a very avant-garde lifestyle, which I think is really cool. And he said that, you know, whenever they talk on the phone, it's toxic and they're not friends. And it's mainly because he got the shaft when she took the Netflix deal. It made it so he couldn't make videos. And you can go to his channel and watch it. It's called On Damon and Joe. And his channel is called Damon Dominique. And it saddens me that two of my favorite YouTubers are no longer friends. And it's a very nuanced situation. And I know everybody's waiting for Joe to come out with her video, not in response, but just to, you know, give us her perspective as to what happened from her side of it, because I'm neutral. I love them both. And I think that I won't say that she did him a favor by leaving him to go take the opportunity to be with Netflix, but it did allow him to try to find himself. But he's a really cool YouTuber. He's very artistic. And I think Joe is more informative, which there's spaces for both of those things. But I would like to see them come together and get their own show, whether that's on Netflix or something else, because I think they have something really nice to offer us both. But, you know, the question remains, can this friendship be repaired? And what would you do? Would you stay with this person where you keep getting turned down left and right? Or would you give up on the partnership and strike out for yourself, or take an opportunity that's come your way? I think I would have to go back to, what did we say in the beginning we were going to do? Did we say we were going to be Laurel and Hardy and stay together? You know, you have the lead singer who always wants to go out solo. So that breaks up the band. It leaves people in the lurch. It's really, it's a difficult position to be in. And I don't know what I would do. And I don't think most people know what they would do. And I don't think it means that Joe is a horrible friend, because we don't know why she did what she did. You could also say that she's a black woman and things are tougher and the opportunities are less. And Damon is a white male. He's at the top of the food chain. And so once he finds his niche, opportunities will come his way. So it's not like they're actually on an even playing field, because she's a black woman, he's a white male. So maybe she looked at it that he's privileged, and maybe he didn't understand some of the things that she was going through. You know, we don't know, but I hope she makes a video and lets us know exactly what happened. And don't be shy. If you have some comments or something to offer, get in the comments and tell me what you think about the situation. Would you stay in an Abbott and Costello situation, or would you strike out for yourself and accept an opportunity when it came your way and leave your best friend? Such a hard decision. So no judgment over here. But anyway, thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, and share. Okay.